We have team coverage this afternoon as the government shutdown and inflation cause uncertainty about finances for families across the country. Today, people tell us they have their tax rates top of mind as they head to the polls. 10 TV News wants to make sure you know what you're deciding.
Well, one of the biggest issues on the ballot for Columbus City voters is a bond package that is worth $1.9 billion. And city leaders say it will not raise taxes.
10 TV's Colin Dorsey live for us at City Hall right now. You've been following this bond issue for weeks, Colin. There's been some confusion over the cost and how it's getting paid back. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. We've gotten a lot of phone calls and emails of people asking, is this going to raise my taxes? And a lot of that confusion comes over to the language that you'll find in issues 5 through 9. It talks about just how much property tax value it would take to pay down this debt. Now, we're talking $1.9 billion that are spread across several different issues. The two biggest are for affordable housing and certain infrastructure improvements. Each one of those would get $500 million. Now, city leaders have argued the city of Columbus needs more affordable income-based housing to keep up with the growth and the rising cost of living. I took that ballot language to Mayor Andrew Ginther to ask him. By the wording of that, they believe it's going to raise their taxes. The city says it won't. In what instance would that possibly raise your taxes?
Well, as you know, we haven't levied a property tax as a city since 1956. And we do these issues every 3 or 4 years asking for the public support. So we have a track.
Now, the city pays back these bond issues with income tax money that it has set aside, along with some money from public utilities that it collects. And really, it would take something catastrophic for the city not to be able to make good on that debt. And that's really the only way that your property taxes would go up. And that's never happened since the city started paying down its bonds this way. The city of Columbus, as Mayor Ginther had said, hasn't levied a property tax since 1956. Live from City Hall, Colin Dorsey, 10 TV News.
Some good perspective there, Colin. Thank you. Well, a problem at the polls this morning. Election officials confirm a Pickerington School Board candidate was left off the ballot in Franklin County precincts. So take a look. Here are the 3 voting locations where that problem happened: Gender Road Christian Church, also Day Spring Community Church, and East Columbus Community Church. There are 596 registered voters in those areas, and the Fairfield County Board of Election says that they have now put out paper ballots throughout the day to fix that problem once they learned of it. Anybody who already voted, though, does not have the option to change that vote. It's unclear right now the number of people who had voted before this was caught.
There are many school board races and school levies on the ballot this year. In Westerville, voters are deciding on an income tax levy. The district says if this issue doesn't pass, major cuts are on the way. 10 TV's Catherine Simon joins us live. Catherine, voters tell you not everyone is on board. What are you hearing?
Stacia, what voters are deciding on is a 0.75% earned income tax. If it were to pass, anyone who lives within the Westerville City School District boundaries, including renters, would be impacted. 75 cents out of every $100 they make would go to the school. Now, it would only apply to wages and self-employment income, not retirement, Social Security, unemployment, or interest. Last year, the district had a property tax issue on the ballot, and voters struck that down. The district says their expenses have risen because of inflation, student needs, and state mandates. The district says if this income tax isn't approved, cuts would include eliminating bus routes and staff positions and increasing pay-to-participate fees for sports and activities. But those I spoke to who are against the income tax say the school isn't spending its money wisely.
We have about a $20 million shortfall in our revenues, and so without additional revenue, we would be looking at how do we make up that much money, and we're looking at a lot of teaching positions at that point, as well as other positions across the district.
It's not about the revenue, it's about the expenses. Where are you spending the money? And where they're spending it is in places they shouldn't.
And it's not just people in the city of Westerville who are seeing this on their ballot or would be impacted by it. It's anyone who lives within the Westerville City School District boundaries. Reporting live in Westerville, Catherine Simon, 10 TV News.
Catherine, thank you. If you're planning to head out to the polls later tonight and need to see what's on your ballot beforehand, text the word VOTE to 614-460-3345. You'll get a link with elections information sent straight to your phone.